Welcome back. Today I'm going to play another one of the May bots on chess.com, and yes, it is still May in my timeline. I know that by the time you see this, it'll probably be June, but I played the first 3 May bots that chess.com has, and I was able to beat all 3 of them. The third one was 1337 and was not as good as I expected. However, a bunch of you said, oh, you should play the stronger bots. Just before we start, I will say that I've never beaten a bot over 1600. I don't think I've ever beaten one at 1600. And I'm pretty sure I've never even gotten a draw against a bot that strong, although it's possible I did at one time. So I'm not expecting much from this, but I am going to do my best. I'm going to let the computer choose the colors, and when I clicked that, it switched to the black pieces, so that's what I'll get. Let's click play and see what the bot opens with. Okay, I was hoping it was e4 because I've done really poorly lately against d4. I'm going to play the French defense because that's what I'm most familiar with lately. That's what I expect. I'm going to now play d5, and we'll either get the exchange variation or the advanced variation or the knight out. And here I'm pretty sure that what Stockfish always suggests is to put my knight here, then they're going to play this, and then I'm going to drop my knight back, but I don't know what to do after that. Now what I have done in the past is take this pawn, but they take, and then I'm not sure what to do after that, so I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to try the thing that I remember Stockfish suggesting. I'm pretty sure that their e-pawn is coming forward, okay, and then I have to put the knight on d7. And then do I, oh wow, they did that. Okay, is that what was next? I wasn't sure if that's what was next or not. Do I play c5 now? I think maybe I play c5 now and try to hit it with this bishop. I need to castle probably. Let's try c5 and see if they want to, they did not want to take that. Okay, then I'm going to take that pawn. Will they take with the knight or the queen? They put this knight here. Oh, that's aiming for this. Oh my. How do I get out of that? No, my bishop's guarding that. I will trade the bishop for the knight if that's the case, because otherwise I'll get messed up here. But let's check first. I think they have to block with the knight or the queen. Oh, they moved the king. Okay, so I get the knight. That has to be good for me, right? No, when I get the knight's now guarded by the bishop. Oh, wow. Why didn't I see that when I moved it out there? Also, even if it wasn't, they would do this next, and I'd have to run with my queen. And they're still aimed in there. Okay, so maybe I'm not ahead. Oh my. I still would have to trade my dark squared bishop for it, but I want to get my dark squared bishop out now so I can castle. Maybe not. Or maybe I want to try to get this knight over there to check again? I don't know. Let's try that and then see if they do bring the knight in to check. They did not. Okay, well now, pretty sure I can check here, and my knight is defended, so they have to move the king again. And then I think I can take this pawn, which is guarded twice by me. Should I trade the knight for it? I am up 1 pawn. Or should I check first and then take the knight? No, my queen's already guarding that square, and I really don't know if I'm ahead or not. Or should I check with the bishop? I'm going to check with the bishop, I think. See what they do. I think they're going to block with the knight. Okay, I should have seen that coming. Well, let's take this knight, which I think they have to take back with the pawn. No, they didn't take back with the pawn. Was that a mistake? This bot's 1850. And that feels like it made a mistake. But it also feels like they're about to take my knight if I don't move it somewhere. I guess I could put it back. Just for a second, I thought about taking here, which would protect the knight. But then they would take my bishop. But if I don't take the knight, they're about to attack my queen, which can just run away. And this is an even trade, is it not? And then I can protect the knight? I think. Let's take this. I assume they're going to take that with the queen. They did. Now I can put the knight here where it is temporarily safe, and then I can castle. Let's try that. I think they're going to try to, not that. I thought they were going to try this or this, but I just realized my knight would hit that dark squared bishop if it pointed at my queen. Coming over here. Now I'm not sure if I want to castle. Although now that I'm up a piece, should I go for the queen trade? Because doesn't this force the queen trade? Because I've pinned their queen to their king? Even if they, I don't know, bring up the bishop or something, I can still do a queen trade, and when they take back, I'll still be 1 piece ahead because they didn't take back when I took the knight. Oh boy, I feel like I could still lose to this bot, but I'm going to try that, see if they want to do the queen trade. Oh, they did bring the bishop up. Okay, I'm going to do the queen trade anyway. And still not sure that I want to castle, but they have both bishops. They can come check me here at any time. I can stop that ahead of time by putting this pawn here. Oh, okay. Again, I'm a piece ahead. Should I trade? I feel like, well, neither one of us will have any pieces developed at that point. So I'm going to trade off because I think every trade benefits me at this point. I'm going to get this bishop out and then get the knight out. Should I get the knight out, or should I offer to trade bishops now? Because I can offer a bishop trade. They don't have to take it. They could just drop back someplace. No, if they went back that way, I would still trade, and I would still have an extra piece. But I feel like I should push this pawn first and gain more space. Okay. Then I can get this knight out, which attacks that pawn, so I assume they'll protect it. Then maybe here, but where would I go from there? Oh, I could go over that way. That's probably not good. And now I think I do want to castle. If they push this forward one more time, I think I'll stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and castle. They lined up with the knight, which I was about to put my rook here anyway, but the knight's already protected. But it doesn't have a lot of places it can go, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to come this way and that way maybe. Or should I try to come in here to go that way? Actually, I don't know if I should go up there or not. I feel like, no, if they attack with the pawn, I would get the other one. But let's come around from behind and go this way. They did take the rook. Okay, I'm still a piece ahead. A piece and a pawn. Well, now I can't go up there. That's starting to look fairly dangerous. I can go here to threaten the bishop, and when it moves, I get that pawn. Because the bishop's already defended, I'm not going to trade my rook for it. But then I guess they could just move the pawn. But yeah, I think I need to go try to pick up that pawn. I don't think they can stop that, but it does look like they're going to keep pushing pawns. I'm going to stop that with the h-pawn like I said. And then take this pawn, I think. What are they going for here? Okay, now the bishop is pinned. Too bad I can't come after it. Maybe I need to go this way again this time. Wait, if I go there, what if they line up here? No, my bishop is still protecting the bottom square, I think. But what if I come here and they move over and I move out like I said, and then they come down and attack the bishop? I can't move it anywhere. Oh no, when I go up there, it's going to be a check. Let's try that. Okay, it's not going to be a check. But I can still move my knight up here. But why am I going up there? That's the question. I need to go that way, don't I? I think I need to take that pawn. And now I'm threatening the bishop for sure. It ran away. That doesn't really threaten the bishop. I think I need to bring my king closer toward the center because I might end up having to protect my bishop here in a second. Or do I need to leave my king here to protect these pawns? See, if they come forward and I take and they take, and they come forward and I take and they take, they have a passed pawn. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Guess I could threaten the bishop again and then try to work my way in here. It's not really threatening the bishop, but I'm aiming for the check is what I'm doing. Okay, now they are talking about coming down in here. Should I check them first? Or should I come toward my bishop so I can block with it? Wait. They still can't come down here, but they can come to c7, and my bishop needs protecting, not my king. I'm not sure. But yeah, my bishop needs protecting because that's clearly where they're aiming is c7, not c8. Okay, I'm going to bring my king, which is, again, I'm not sure if that's a good idea because it looks like they can develop a passed pawn down here. I'm going to take that. I know they're going to take. And then I think I need to start moving these pawns because I have two passed pawns now. Okay, they did come for the bishop. I'm gonna protect it with my king. I'm gonna protect this pawn with the pawn, which is in turn protected by the bishop and the rook. Now I'm going to, oh wow, I'm not sure. Let's move it forward one more time, and then we'll move the rook forward, the pawn forward one more time. And now I can move the rook because that pawn's protected. And I need to move the rook over here, I think, to get this pawn. Yeah, okay. I think I'm good now. Depends on what the opponent does. Okay, I've got two more pawns, and I'm still protecting that one. And I'm going to go ahead and move over here and protect this, capture this one and let them have both of those. Is that worth it? I think it has to be worth it. Because my bishop is still stuck here. Yeah, let's take this one because that allows my king out. I'm going to push this. I'm going to get behind it. Like so. And now my rook is protecting the bishop. My king can come out this way. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about that. They can't get in front of it. Okay, I'm going to promote to a rook. They're going to take, I assume. Oh, they didn't. I just promoted. I under-promoted because I assumed they were going to take it. Well, let's get this king out of here so I can move the bishop. I guess let's try to checkmate. I need to just go ahead and move this way over here and start walking them down somehow. Actually, you know what? I want to take that pawn too. Well, they checked me. Okay, I'm willing to give up a rook for that for sure. Let's check them. Probably a chess expert would know better how to do this checkmate. I'm not a chess expert. If somehow you made it this far in my video and you're new to my channel, I'm definitely not a chess expert or a titled player or anything like that. I'm just a random person trying to get better at chess. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've never beaten a bot above 1600, and this is 1850. Okay, now my bishop is unprotected again, but I'm going to protect it this way and see if they want to trade now. They didn't. They wanted to check me again. Okay, I'm out of check now. Then move this pawn since they were just after it. And that pawn is defended, but why not move it too? We're going to cut off more and more spaces from their king. But I think, let's see, how are we going to, man, I haven't done a ladder mate in so long, but I want to go over here and try something like this. Oh yeah, here we're going to get rid of that rook right now, which has been bugging me. So yeah, let's get rid of that rook. And now we can do this with just the king and this other rook. I'm going to cut them off and bring my king. And I've beaten an 1850 rated bot. So this is a first. So thank you to those of you who suggested it. Well, we can trap it one more row down. I assume it'll come closer to my rook. It did not, but I cannot move it down again. So I have to come over here and move my king. Okay. Well, we can make a waiting move while the king moves again. Let's go after it this way. And now we can trap it on the back rank, and we're going to checkmate in just a few moves right here. One move, actually, because it has to come over, and then this will be checkmate. I beat an 1815 rated bot, and that's because it didn't take my knight at the beginning. I said 1815, I meant 1850, which if English is a second language for you, I know that the 15 and the 50 are difficult to learn, at least depending on what language you're coming from. So I try to say them as clearly as I can. I'm going to click game review and hope that I have one left today. I should have one every day. I think everybody does, but there have been times where I was not given a free game review per day. And I don't know what the case is. Oh, wow. I didn't make... What? I didn't even have an inaccuracy? You can see that, right? Have I ever played a game where I didn't have an inaccuracy? And down here it says I played like a 2250. Okay, well, I'm just going to guess this is where the bot gave up its knight. Can we go to that spot on the analysis board? That was inaccurate, and I should have played knight to c5. I did play knight to c5. Okay. And they should have gone king to g1 immediately. Or knight b captures d4. Okay, but instead they played c3. Okay, so we were even until they didn't do one of those top two moves, and they played that, which now I'm ahead, but only if I check knight to e4. Actually, no, it says I could just take that, and I would still be ahead -1. But the only thing that's -2 is checking here. Okay, so it wasn't when I went there and they didn't take back, and I thought it was. Okay, so they go here, and that was my best move. And they should have played h3, I assume, to give their king another way out, but it was a mistake for them to take there. And I should have checked bishop to c5 now. Oh, I did though. I did check there first. What? Oh, okay, I could have taken here too. But it was good to check first. I think my reasoning that I said earlier was because I wanted to castle, and so I wanted to get that out first. And they had to block with the knight, and it was my best move to take their knight. Oh, it wasn't their best move to take back. See, this is where I thought the bot messed up. I thought we were even until here when they didn't take back. That's their second best move, but their best move was queen to d3, which is what they played. That surprised me a lot. Why is this worse? It's because I would take it, only move for me, because wait, why wouldn't they move their rook? It's not their best move to move their rook. It's their best move to check me, which I would defend by blocking the check. They would take, I would take back with my knight, and then they would move their rook over, which targets here. But then I would take this knight with check, and when they moved over, I would just forget about the b pawn because I'm a piece ahead. Let's see. Okay, that's here, and that's if they took, because I would take back, and I would be up 2 pawns at that point, but oh, okay, because not only am I pointing at the rook, I'm also pointing at that knight. Okay, so I was wrong. It was c3 that was their blunder here. Wow. So I've been ahead ever since then. Okay, well, I'm glad I thought to check first before taking back. Taking back would have been slightly ahead, but not nearly as much. Okay, I think I thought that because it would be protected there no matter what happened. And of course, it's a forcing move. And then I take here, okay? And then when they did that, I checked first. Okay, I actually feel pretty smart about that because I could have just taken here first and I would have been up -4. I think maybe for the same reasons. Because if I take here, it's still not their best move to take back, because if they did, I would check first, they would have to block with knight to d4, and I would take here, and we're basically in that same position, and they would still do this thing over here, and I would still block with the bishop, and I think we transposed into the exact same position that we were before, whether they took the knight back or not, back here when I took their knight. So yeah, it looks like it works out for me either way, and I just didn't realize that at the time. So it was pushing the c-pawn that was the mistake. Wow, that's crazy. Because here, okay, now earlier didn't it say h3? Or no, it said king to g1, I think, in this position earlier. But now it's saying g3, or into the knight capturing my front D pawn. But I remember back here when I checked, I didn't see this at all. Was that my best move? Should I have checked there? No, I shouldn't have. Okay, I should have played knight to c3 and let them have that pawn. Yeah, they were going to take that pawn anyway. Okay, so the check wasn't well advised. I should have played either knight to c5 or knight to c6, and there might have been a couple of other moves that would have been fine too. But because I did this, yeah, see, I thought they were going to block with the bishop and I was going to take the knight. But what if they had blocked with the bishop? Then I would have had to come back, because I might have realized that by that point, and they would have taken this pawn. Well, that was a little exhilarating because I have beaten a bot that's rated that high, but I don't think I've ever played a bot rated that high that made a mistake that early, because it made its game-losing blunder on move 9, and the move that I thought was the game-losing blunder was on move 11, and sometimes I play 800 rated bots that don't make a game-losing blunder that early. So I'm going to go and say this, at least as I played it this time, is not an 1850 rated bot. It's more like a 1200 rated bot. But maybe if I played it again, it would play like 3000. That happens. And that's how some of these bots get a rating of around 1850, is because it's an average of really poor play like we saw here and really good play as I might face next time. But I'm out of time. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you in the next one.